So now let's visually look at a couple of examples. So this is a typical example of a knife catch, right? Because it's constantly trending down, right? It's breaking all the legs, right, while coming down. As you can clearly see, the distribution candles are a lot more aggressive, and the accumulation candles are so small, right? It's having such a hard time going up, but a much easier time coming down, right? Now, this is not an example of a knife catch. It's an example of a safer buy, right? So I don't know why I actually said that, but you guys know what I mean. Okay, so not a knife catch would be when it's constantly laddering up. So maybe it's started laddering up from here to here to here to here to here. So it's, even though it seems a little too high in the Pandora's box, but still it's fine. It's a fine level to buy, right? A good range to buy over here. Whether or not it holds, that's another topic for another lesson, right? Because we have to spot the trend reversal combined with whether or not it has hit the target, right? Just one thing alone is not going to give us all the answers. But from the look of this will not be a knife catch. So it could probably have a bounce, and then if it breaks this leg and this leg, then I will start probably getting worried, right? Then it will be an example of a knife catch, because then it will be probably aggressively coming down. But in this case, you can clearly see making such big imagine a downtrend like this, right? So the downtrend has been broken. You see how it aggressively went up, and then the whole level or the range over here was a bit noisy. So whatever the whole level was within here, it went up over here. Then since the range over here was a bit noisy, it went to a proper range, right, which was right here. And then from here it started going up. So ever since it started going up, now you have good ranges to buy something like this, or over here something like this, right? But yeah, that's an example of a safer buy, right? Here's another example of a knife catch, constantly making lower lows, very similar to the other example that we looked at, the very first one, right? So you're making lower lows and lower highs constantly, right? A lot more aggressively coming down. And then even over here, you can see the accumulation candles getting really weak, right? Very, very weak. So this is kind of gearing up for probably a bigger dump. But if it holds and breaks a downtrend, that's fine. Then we have the confirmation. But from the looks of it, and since we don't have a crystal ball, we don't have a magic ball that could tell us that, okay, from here it's gonna reverse the trend, right? But from here, it's clearly looking like a downtrend. Example of a knife catch, right? Then this is also a safer buy. You can clearly see how the accumulation candles are so big, right? So constantly laddering from here to here to here to here to here, and it's not hitting the legs. It's probably, this is the only very, very local leg that it hit, but that's not even a leg per se. I would consider more of this area the leg, right? So you see this would be a good buy, right? Because it's at that pullback, right? It's it went up like this, and so when it went up over here, it had a little pullback, created that range for us to buy, went up over here, and then went up further over here. So this is okay, even though it looks like it's aggressively a little bit coming down, but it's way too early to be able to call this trend reversal, right? But let's say if it breaks this range over here, then I will start getting worried. So that's what I was pointing over here, right? It's too early. It's too early to tell if trend has reversed when something like this happens, right? But when it starts breaking legs and it aggressively coming down, in this case there's only one aggressive distribution candle over here that I can see, right? But it hasn't done enough damage. It's not like this. It's not like this, right? It's not like this continuously making lower lows, bigger distribution candles. And then same thing over here. See, even though locally it was distributing over here, right? So there's a downtrend over here. So avoid catching this knife catch when it's coming down like this. But when it confirmed the ladder over here, it broke the trend. Do you see how these accumulation candles are getting more aggressive, and that small pullbacks are giving us our ranges to buy? This will be a good buy. This will be a good buy, right? So And globally, you can see, even though locally it was distributing over here, but globally it was still laddering up from here to here to here to here. You know, so this is the confirmation of the ladder, and from here, just it went to a global event over here and just kept going up. So sometimes people get a bit mixed up with the local versus global event. Of course, that's something for more the advanced lessons, how you can tell that we're heading into a global event, or are we still in local event, right? So, but this is just a general overview of what to avoid. Now we can quickly take a look at an example over here on XRP. I pointed out an example over here for you guys. So see, it's like aggressively coming down, correct? So now this will be probably an example of a knife catch. So if you must catch a falling knife, you have to catch it at a ladder point, right? Confirmation of ladder, something like this, even this, or a good range, right? Something like this. But this range looks a bit noisy. I would like to look at it another time frame. I'm not going to go into several different time frames. Lesson's going to get too long, right? But if it floats through this trend, that is when I will probably look for, those good aggressive candles, and whatever range on the pullback it creates, that'll be my buy. Okay, so let's go candle by candle. Do you see like how aggressively came down? It's trying to probably head to this or whatever range is within here, right? So let's see. So now we kind of, let's see, do we have an accumulation candle over here? We kind of do. We can draw a downtrend over here, even though we don't really have to. But I would like to see probably on a smaller time frame. For right now, let's ignore the downtrend because I don't have enough information over here for drawing a local downtrend. So let's keep going. Now actually I can draw a downtrend. Yeah, a more aggressive local downtrend, right? So something like this. So first it has to flow through this trend. Do you see like how I told you it was a noisy range? So it's probably heading down. Probably might take support over here or a greedier hold within here. And there you go. It actually took support on the backside over here. It's clean backside hold, and it broke the downtrend. Do you see like how this candle over here, it's still kind of weak, right? I want a little bit more aggressive looking candles, and perhaps there it is. There it is. Now, I may have a range over here created on 4 hour, and that could be possibly, or 1 hour. And technically, it's not a range or a hold on 4 hour, but so I can remove actually this downtrend. I mean, it's still technically is a downtrend nevertheless, but if it actually, yeah, okay, now I can remove it, right? Because now it's actually entering into a bigger event, bigger trend, right? Still technically it's not broken yet, right? But now you can see how the move is getting more aggressive versus something like this. Do you see like how it was, these accumulation candles over here? So the first trend was like this, right? But it floated through it, but made very weak looking accumulation candle. So now we have like bigger accumulation candles getting created. So looks like probably our buy might be within here. Now what I could do is I could actually take this, massage this over here. I would like to see this trend broken as well. Okay. Whatever that range was that we pointed out, that's what it tested, right? Probably on 1 hour. Now I'd like it to back attack this downtrend and aggressively kind of break this, right? Still not done, right? So now we have like 3 touches, established trend, and now when it breaks it, see the beauty of these types of downtrends. When they get broken, look at the type of fuel that it will create now, right? Now within here, it will possibly give us our first buy, right? So whatever the whole level is within here, there you go. Weak looking move, still not the type of move that I want to see. So let's adapt this further to the next hard close, which is right here. There you go. Now it's gearing up because we keep adapting the trend, so it's aggressively moving up a bit more aggressively moving up, right? And now we have clearly established an uptrend, right? So now we can say something is trending up, it's getting wedged over there, and it's breaking the downtrend several times, even though the move is not as big or aggressive as I would have wanted to see something like this. But nevertheless, it's you know, giving you 2 candles in a row or 3 candles in a row or more, right? And creating some ranges for us to buy. So there you go. Whatever the whole level was within here, perhaps a 4-hour hold. Yeah, right there. That's what it tested, right? So it's looking nice. Go up, go up, go up. There you go. Whatever the you know, range within here now. First, very clean looking range. Very, very nice looking range on 12-hour, right? And there you go. That's what it tested. And let's hope it holds, and it holds. There you go, holding the uptrend, right? And same thing over here. You know, if it's an uptrend, if it just floats through the trend with a very weak looking distribution candle, doesn't matter much. It's okay. I can adapt this for one time. In this case, we don't even have a hard close yet, right? So there you go. Now it's looking very nice. And with that, it touched the base point of this downtrend. It's not a downtrend anymore, right? It enters a bigger part of the cycle, which will probably start from the top over here, wherever, right? But you guys get the idea of like these little things to watch out for, okay? Of course, there's a lot more details in there, you know, so wait for the advanced videos, or if you're in the mentorship program, you will find out about those things very soon. All right, guys, so I think that's about it. So practice, and talk to you guys soon.